So, Nasher, we're down to 2. There is Nuke and there is Gren. Gren in familiar territory. Gren has been here before. Gren has qualified before. This is his 2nd consecutive year, making it to the grand final. So he cements himself as the most decorated Chell player in history, we can say, safe to say. Meanwhile, Nuke looking to make a name for himself, possibly with a victory here over Gren.
Absolutely, and I think it's safe to say Nuke has already made a name for himself in this tournament,
Right.
Obviously making it on to Las Vegas, coming out of nowhere as kind of the underdog, underrated player in this tournament, but of course he's going to have a very tough matchup here against young Gren.
So, young Gren had this to say about MGX Nuclear. He's underrated. From the top half of the bracket, he's my pick. If he plays the same way, he's my pick. So his prediction came true. Meanwhile, Nuclear said this about young Gren. He inspired me to get back into competitive play. I saw him on the big stage. It made me want to grind and compete, but hold the phone. Gren with an early first goal.
Young Gren getting it off to a good start here with that first line. We mentioned the dominance of Doughty, of Crosby. Of course, Crosby getting a great feed there in front to bury the one-timer. Young Gren back on the board.
Gren picking up where he left off, the overtime goal to seal the deal to bring him to Vegas, and now he scores against Nuke. First blood goes to young Gren. Let me finish the thought here. He's the toughest competitor to defend against. This is Nuke saying this about Gren. Persistent with offensive style, hitting, sometimes too aggressive, need to make quick passes to neutralize his style. I respect that he picked me to come out of the bracket.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool seeing Nuclear come up here, not having played NHL 16 through 18, to make a come up like this, and especially in a game like NHL 19 where a lot of guys will spend years just honing their craft and becoming good at this game. He was able to do it in 1 year, looking up to young Gren and what he did last year, and now he's here on the big stage with him.
So 1-0 Gren is your score. Gren in the blue Tampa Bay Lightning outfits and Nuke in the white with green and blue trim Vancouver Canucks outfits, and that's offside. Shout out to Steve Dangle for joining us in studio. Thank you very much for attending our 2019 AHL GWC. I really thought between him and you in the same room, it was like the YouTube content creator explosion was about to happen.
I should have got my camera out. The content would have been endless. The 5 minutes he was in here, absolutely. And
How
we
about
have a
this?
goal.
Nuke ties the game. It's Barzy again for Nuke. Ties it at 1.
Tell you what, Barzy has been the MVP for Nuke. We've seen him have a 4-goal game already. Gets one early to tie this game at 1. Great goal there from Nuke.
Take a look at it one more time. Just a snipe between the hash marks. Sometimes, Occam's razor, right? Like the simplest solution is the best solution.
Yep, and Nuke's able to find space out of nothing. Like we said, a beautiful pass almost between his legs through a couple defenders. Finds Barzal in the open slot, and of course, he's not going to miss that one. That one ties it at 1.
The next goal, scored by number 13, Matthew Barzal, assisted by number 19, Jonathan Kane.
Nuke has the puck. Now, just a reminder, this is the final, so the winner here is your Canadian regional winner. That person will receive $5,000 and an automatic qualification into the Final Four in Las Vegas to play for the grand finals. Second place still goes to Vegas. However, they will have to compete in a special play-in with the other 3 second-place winners from each other region for that 4th and final spot. So it's a tougher road for second place into Vegas. So there's a lot more to play for this year.
Yeah, much different than last year. We had both guys able to advance to Vegas and automatically have their spot. This year, of course, $5,000 still on the line. A large chunk of change goes into this game. But more importantly, playing for that spot guaranteed in Vegas. You don't want to go to Vegas. And
oh my God, what a goal. That is a young Gren special. Just keep the puck around, back skate a little bit, make the pass, take the goal. Young Gren takes the lead.
You know what? I think young Gren's pretty happy that he doesn't have to only score on the wraparound this game. He's able to get back into his game that we've seen before. Of course, a couple one-timers early in this one. That's the young Gren special, and of course he's going to bury it.
You would almost excuse Gren if he had like an adrenaline dump after the series with J-Fear. There's Father Sylvan. Is he by himself in the Great Clips?
I think he was alone in there. I don't know where everyone else went.
Wow, I guess they must all be getting dinner or something. Not Dad. Dad is a supporter till the end. I love it. You love to see it, Nasher. But you'd almost give Gren a pass because the amount of emotion and drama and adrenaline that went into the last series just to qualify here was so high that, you know, for many competitors, it might be even difficult to get up for a game like this, but there is so much on the line. There's $5,000 on the line, you know, so you have to push that aside. But this is literally minutes after having done this.
Right, and young Gren's played in these kind of tournaments before, obviously making it here last year. And a lot of those individual team tourneys that we saw put on this year, they were 8 hours, 12 hours long. He's a seasoned vet when it comes to this. He has done this before, and he's staying calm, cool, and collected through all the adrenaline that he just dumped in the last game.
A reminder that young Gren is 17 years of age. He has a goal to win the Season 2 of the GWC, the Grand Finals. Before he turns 18, he would actually turn 18 a week and a half after the Grand Finals. So he could win this tournament at 17 years of age. And here's a chance now, a one-timer. Great stop there, however, by Connor Hellebuck, goaltender for Nuke. Great save there, keeps the game at 2-1. Here is Zucker for Nuke. Back to Martinez at the point. Martinez brings the puck forward. By a depleted forward core there, has to go to the fourth line to give his players some rest. Does young Gren late in the first period here. Not too concerned though, of course, he's up 2-1 here. Here's Duclair, Anthony Duclair, back to Martinez at the point, to Barry. To Martinez. Back to Cizikas behind the net. Nice patience exhibited. Cizikas, again, the shot won't get anywhere, however. And there's 25 seconds left in the first period. And as the clock ticks away in the first period of game number 1 of our Canadian Regional Final, the score is 2-1 in favor of young Gren.
You had to know, guys, after getting through that unbelievably tough semifinal, he was going to come out ready to score more goals in that period than he had for most of that final game until, of course, he ended up winning it 2-1. Your thoughts, guys, Nasher, strategically on how this game has played out so far?
Oh, young Gren's just back to playing his game.
Yeah.
Fearless, I think, kind of shook him up a little bit. He had to try some new things. Now young Gren getting back to his typical strategies. We've seen one-timers. We've seen him behind the net, working it, waiting for that open spot. But I think Nuclear's going to fight back. Obviously, he's been kind of sitting on the sidelines for a while, watching those 3 overtimes. It's going to take him some time to get back into his zone, which maybe in the second and third period we'll start to see.
Tried to sneak one past the goaltender, did Nuke. Couldn't find it, however. Here comes Gren, back skating, behind the net. But Nuke able to read the play and takes the puck. Here's OEL, up to Rantanen. McKinnon with the one-timer, doesn't go. Here's Clefbaum to Kopitar. Kopitar to Rantanen. Oh, and a break here for young Gren. Shoots and scores. Wow. Look at that shot, a laser beam.
Long range on the breakaway. Instead of going, he knew he was going to get caught from behind by Nuke, who was going to poke check him. The puck probably bounces to the corner. He pulls up instead with Pettersson and snipes that top right corner. What a shot by young Gren.
Can we also acknowledge the shoulder shrug after the goal, though? Young Gren was like, ah.
Did you just watch this celebration? Pettersson actually dives forward, goes between the legs on the goal celebration.
That would
That's
be
just blatant disrespect.
Yeah, that would be a, hey, fourth liners, let's get out there, and this is not happening on our watch. No, that's just unacceptable. Here's Landeskog. Pettersson for young Gren. Young Gren again off the bar.
The exact same shot with the exact same player there. Almost gets it. How about another?
Gren is pouring on the pressure in this second period. Has a 3-1 lead. We haven't seen Nuke in this kind of adversity yet in this tournament.
No, every single game he's played has been pretty dominant. Really hasn't been down much, especially down 2 so far in this tournament. So we'll see how he can overcome with adversity, and obviously him sitting there emotionless, we can't really read how he's feeling right now.
We were talking a lot about just young Gren's accomplishments. One thing he can't say is he has not won either a regional or a final. He has qualified, but he is not. Last year, Fool was Canadian regional champion, and he didn't place first in the grand finals either. So this would be an important victory for Gren to say, I'm the Canadian regional champion this year.
Right, obviously, number one, these guys want to make it to Vegas for the chance to be the world champion, but coming out of this thing, calling yourself the best player in Canada, no small feat.
Oh, and look at that goal by Nuke. Takes it back to within 1. Jason Zucker, the culprit.
Tell you what, nice little spinorama there by Nuke. Opens up the space, and what a pass across the middle. One-timer right away. We've seen Nuke's creativity throughout this series, throughout this tournament so far, and he does it yet again, always scoring nice goals.
How many blinks did you count there on that goal?
6.
You count 6?
I
Come on, 6?
I counted up. Put it in slow-mo.
He didn't blink 6 times when he qualified for Vegas.
This guy's in his
I
zone.
need a recount here. I don't know. 6 blinks. I mean, wow. Did the Raptors win or something? Here's Klingberg at the point. Oh, and that is, yes, the most obvious penalty of the tournament. Now, here's the thing, though. So let's talk about this strategy, because we're seeing a lot of these trips that look very obvious, but what is Gren trying to accomplish there?
No, I mean, when you give an elite player like that space, we saw young Gren do it just his last goal when he pulled up on the breakaway with Pettersson, shot top right. In a lot of chances, you're going to want to trip the guy so they don't get that shot.
Here's Tierney to Hagelin. Hagelin will miss the shot. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second period. Doughty at the point. A shot from the point by young Gren. Gren in blue, Nuke in white. Winner is your Canadian regional champ, gets $5,000. They both go to Vegas. But the winner is guaranteed a Final Four spot. Second place has to compete in a play-in with the other second place regional finalists. Much tougher road to grand champion status. And what was that?
You can't teach that, says young Gren. Obviously, a little bit of a lucky bounce on the shot, but we have to admire the saucer pass that led up to it. All the way across the ice, sauces it, undefendable. There's no way you can get a stick on it in this game. And, of course, young Gren, it's a little lucky on the back door there, but it finds its way in.
Okay, I missed the saucer pass. Now I admire this goal a lot more. I just thought it was an unlucky bounce there.
No, a beautiful sauce.
But that is a beautiful sauce, yes. Let's give credit to that. The sauce definitely on point.
You can't teach that, says young Gren.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Goal scored shorthanded by number 62, Carl Hagelin, assisted by number 50.
So 4-2 is your score in the second period. Young Gren looking to win game number 1, and that'll be a power play. So Nuke in a little bit of penalty trouble here.
The Canucks penalty to number 3, John Klingberg. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 29 seconds.
Gren playing keep away. But here comes Nuke. Will get the puck. What can he do here? Has Adam Henrique. Henrique. To OEL at the point, but Gren will intercept. Gren with Aho. Oh, great move to evade, but finally Nuke able to strip him of the puck. Here's Martinez. Martinez to Henrique. Adam Henrique shoots, and a big save there. Still 4-2. Power play, 10 seconds to go. Crosby for Gren. We are at full strength with just over 2 minutes to go in the second period. Gren still has it. Great puck possession. He has the lion's share. You can almost say he's the hashtag.
Coursey God.
Thank you, Nasher.
Coursey God.
Appreciate you on that one.
Honestly, I feel bad that you set me up and I had to say that on the air. You hate to see it. Another power play here for young Gren. A little bit of penalty trouble from both of these guys, and we have seen them convert a lot in this tournament. We'll see if young Gren can take the 3-goal lead off the pipe.
Again, I mean, Gren has... How many posts has Gren hit in this tournament? And he sneaks it in there from behind the net and trying to do it again, and he almost had the chance. Oh my gosh. The clock will tick away here in the second period, but Gren will take a power play into the final frame and will also take a 4-2 lead.
Almost a 5-2 lead there, Ardo. You got to wait till the final zeros hit that clock because these guys play till the very, very end. Hey, maybe we're near the end of game one of this series. 1 period left to go. Young Gren, with a 4-2 lead. Can't teach that, he says, Nasher. You can't teach some of the stuff he's doing.
No, how about that sauce from young Gren on that goal? We were a little bit of questioning it at first.
I was for sure, yeah.
I saw the sauce cut across. That's a beautiful goal from young Gren. Both of these guys very, very creative, and we should see some very interesting goals here in the third period.
So young Gren with a mixture of beautiful goals and opportunities like this will set up in the offensive zone looking for Laine, who was trailing on the play. But Aho will collect it. We are in the third period of our Canadian Regional Final. Gren is leading by a score of 4-2. Possibly more, no. Nuke with a great defensive play right there. But Gren still has the puck. We have seen some fantastic action in this tournament. The gameplay on a whole other level. Here comes Nuke with a partial break. Nuke forced to spin around, looking for the one-timer, couldn't get it.
Both of these guys opting to curl around on breakaways instead of taking the one-handers or maybe the shots low, looking for rebounds. These guys curl away, and they want that for sure goal, especially with these guys and how well they play defense. You'll see poke checks, pushing the pucks to the corner. Not today.
Dahlin up to Landeskog. Landeskog for young Gren. Under 14 to go in the third. Here's Oshie. Oshie cross crease to Pettersson. Doesn't find him though. Hischier bounced off the puck. But instead, here comes Grabner. Grabner hit to the ice. A great spin to create that pass. And that'll be a power play for Nuke.
Nuke with a chance to get back into this game. Down to 11:59 on the clock. If he can bury one quickly, he'll have plenty of time to work with towards the end of this third period. Let's see if he can win this draw and get back to his game.
Washington penalty to number 72, Patrick Hornquist. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 1 second.
And Nuke find an answer here. Here's Kopitar. Back to Martinez at the point, to McKinnon. McKinnon to Spurgeon at the blue line. Gren pressuring and almost paid off, almost stick lifted for a breakaway. But still, here's Spurgeon, the shot, a save by Vasilevsky. Dishes it away. Here's Aho. Aho for young Gren, 30 seconds to go in the power play. Werenski, the one-timer to Domi. Doesn't go. Back to the point to Werenski and Doughty. Doughty to Aho. Aho bumped, but still has the puck. Nuke strips him of the puck. Creates space. Back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon to Toffoli. Toffoli to Rantanen. Henrique, no shot.
Look at this cycle from Nuke. Gren not able to grab the puck in any way. He's just using him right now every which way. Unfortunately, that one's going to go Gren's way. Here comes a good opportunity.
Meanwhile, Gren, again off the bar. Oh my gosh.
The amount of posts that young Gren has had in this tournament, unbelievable.
We have counted 6 posts for young Gren in this tournament.
6
wow.
total posts.
5:30 to go in the third. Still 4-2. Lining, and that's offside. Face-off won by Nuke. But Gren takes the puck. Oh, Nuke takes it back. Barzal, the hero for Nuke on this day. Klingberg. Barzal has been efficient for Nuke in this entire tournament, including a hat trick in one game. 2:40 left in the third. Nuke needs 2 goals. He's in the offensive zone. He sure winds up. Doesn't make it through. Another one-timer attempt doesn't go through. Ekman Larson. Pinching forward. Heishier. Nuke keeps the puck in the offensive zone. No, it trails through the neutral zone. A minute left in the third. Gren. Oh, able to. He will have an opportunity right here. Can't make it through. Just can't make it through. But happy to shave time off the clock here. He's behind the net, where we have seen him score some very important goals in this tournament. And Nuke needs to get the puck back into Gren's offensive zone, or Gren's zone, I should say. Here's McKinnon with a partial break here. Oh, and that could be a penalty shot. No, it's going to be a delayed penalty. And there's a shot. Vasilevsky makes the save.
Wow.
And that's a penalty and not a penalty
Yeah,
shot.
you know Nuclear wanted the penalty shot on that one. Obviously, 27.2 seconds on the clock. He's going to call a timeout here, get those lines freshened up, and really, I think he needs to win this draw to even have a chance to get 2 goals on the board. We'll see if he can make it happen.
Yes, he does. Spurgeon at the point. McKinnon shoots and misses the net. 20 seconds to go. Hagelin has it in the neutral zone. Clock is ticking away. Nuke, how much more time is left for him, and how many opportunities can he have? It's 5 seconds. Might be too little too late, and that will do it. Yes, game 1 goes to Gren.
4-2 the final in that one. 1-zip. Young Gren goes up in the final series. One more win. He is the champion in Canada. Goes home with $5,000 and a semifinal berth in Las Vegas. Guys, again, a tight semifinal series forced Gren to give everything he has. Now with the play a little bit more open, we see why he's just this skilled and this good.
I'm actually quite impressed with Gren's play in game number 1, more from a mental perspective. I mean, he's been in situations like this before. It's not that. It's just the fact that he just went through perhaps the most stressful and dramatic series in his entire career. And now he has to play another series. And now for him to dominate the way he has there, to put that aside, Nasher, and say, I have another job to accomplish here, is very impressive.
Yeah, and he's just playing a great game right now. We saw him against Fearless kind of struggling to score a little bit, struggling to get things together on his offense. But right now, it's all young Gren setting up the one-timer back and forth. We've seen him do it, I think, 3 of his goals in that game. One-timers across the middle. That's his play. We saw a beautiful sauce from him. He's starting to get creative and kind of get back into his flow.
All right, let's see what went down in game 1 once again ahead, excuse me, of game 2.
So here's Gren. I mean, Gren's just starting. I mean, look at that.
Less than 2 minutes into the game, already got the lead.
He just, I mean, this really made a statement for me. It's like, all right, I'm going to score at will. I'm going to get my one-timers are back. We barely saw that convert for Gren in the last series with J-Fear, and now they're back. Guess who's back again? The 1T's back. Tell a friend.
Speaking of who's back, we have Barzal, who's scored many, many goals for Nuclear in this tournament, burying one there to tie it up at 1. But young Gren wasn't done then. Another one-timer across the middle. And look at Papa
Why is
Gren.
Dad alone? Where is everybody?
Sit with him, please.
Yeah, come on. Somebody sit with Dad.
I'll go join him for the second game for a little bit, all right, guys? Second period, despite the pressure from Nuclear, it's Gren with the breakaway and another nice shot. Perfect one, in fact, for a goal.
And how about that goal? Easily could have gone in, went for a one-hander.
That's disrespectful.
How about that? Between the legs as well.
Disrespectful, Come on.
All right, look, we wanted to count the blanks here. 3, 4, 5, 5. I think I counted 5, maybe 6. I don't know.
There might be one off camera there. Yeah, it was certainly close to 6.
That was a lot.
5 on-camera blanks. The record so far for Nuclear His record in this finals, 0-1, thanks to a goal like that. That nice saucer pass. Hold on.
Pass,
He'll tell
baby.
you. Yeah, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. Dad loving it. Solo. You know what? The beauty of being by yourself is you can react however you want. You don't have to worry about anybody judging your emotion level. So he's there. And his son is a win away from getting to the final.
Dad's loving it.
Yeah,
I mean, fans are loving it. I mean, this is a great moment, right? Young Gren, we said it before. Young Gren has not won anything at the NHL GWC. He's qualified for the finals. He's qualified for this tournament, but he still needs a win. And he is one win away from being able to call himself a Canadian champion.
Yeah, we know of all the guys in the tournament, Nuclear, he's kind of the unknown. He's kind of the underdog, kind of underrated. He can easily bounce back in this thing. Each game of Chell is different. Each game, they have a chance. This is easily a 50-50 shot for these guys.
And our second game is coming up shortly. While we get that one set up, here's a quick word from one of our sponsors. We are just moments away, seconds away from Game 2. The Canadian final, guys. Young Gren, Nuclear. It is about to go down once again. Gren still the favorite? In your eyes, Nasher?
Yeah, it's hard to root against Young Gren. The run that he's had in this tournament, the opponents that he's had to face, debatably one of the toughest. Road to the championship here in this bracket, and of course playing one of the best, Nuclear here. I got to give it to Young Gren, though. He's going to put on a show for us in this second game here. We'll see how it plays out.
Arda's on his feet. We're ready to call this one.
You know why? Because I'm going to be standing because we got to give this the proper respect. This is the finals, the Canadian Regional Championships here at the NHL GWC. And we gave our hearts and all that we had to the last series between Jay Fear and Young Gren, but we're going to do the same here for this final. Because one of these two individuals will be Canadian champion, Nasher.
A lot on the line for these guys. Money, of course, $5,000 to the winner of this game. But let's talk about the pride, man. These Canadians, very prideful. They love their hockey. They love their competition, obviously. And Young Gren really, really would like to get this thing done for himself, not having done it last year.
We Canadians love our hockey so much that Nasher even had fans when we went to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Can you believe that? People were coming up to you asking for autographs. I can't believe it.
I paid him $20 before I walked in. Didn't tell you. Sorry. But I did look pretty cool in there, huh?
Yes, you did. You looked great. First period, Young Gren with a 1-0 lead in this series, our final series of the day, the Canadian Regional Championships here at the NHL GWC. Young Gren has been scoring in all parts of the offensive zone. He's been scoring behind the net. He's been scoring one-timers between the hash marks, cross-crease passes, you name it, Gren has done it. Meanwhile, Nuke has surprised many people by qualifying, but not if you ask the best players. This was a long time coming. They predicted Nuke to be the one to move on in the top bracket, and that he has.
Oh, every single player that we talked to, we asked them about each of their opponents in this tournament. All of them said, Nuclear, he's underrated, he's kind of unknown. You know, they haven't actually had the chance to play many games together, but he has proven himself as one of the best in the game.
Pardon me, Young Gren with an opportunity here. Clefbaum, a lead pass by Nuke doesn't find the intended target, and Gren will collect. Crosby for Young Gren. Crosby buzzing in the offensive zone, just keeps the puck. McAvoy to Laine, to Crosby again. Crosby, of course, Gren's first pick in the regional draft. Here's McAvoy, a tired first line, looking to make a line change in the offensive zone.
Very good strategy, able to keep the possession of the puck, obviously looping around here. Now he's got fresh guys on the ice, while Nuke's guys still dead tired.
Nuke against the boards. And Nuke finally able to exit his own zone. And here comes Nuke. Nuke spins around Spurgeon. Spurgeon to Toffoli. Looking for that pass in the hash marks. Meanwhile, Gren brings it back. Oh, look at the spins, and that draws a penalty, and Gren goes on the man advantage.
And look, it's no coincidence. Every single opponent that has faced young Gren has been in penalty trouble. We saw it from Fearless in the last series. It's just too hard to deal with his L2, his back skate as he enters the zone. If he commits to one side, he easily could have had a breakaway. Nuke kind of had to take the penalty there, or Gren would have been gone.
Duclair dumps the puck for Nuke. Gren picks it up. Here's Laine to Aho. To Crosby. Crosby looking for Laine. Nuke intercepts. Here's Duclair. Duclair will beat his man. Duclair spins back around. 2:20 to go in the first period. 20 seconds left in Gren's power play. A lead pass to Laine doesn't find him. Nuke with Cizikas. Back to Duclair. A blocker save by Vasilevsky. A minute to go in the first. Gren. Seconds to spare. Maybe time for one more shot. A save. It's a scoreless first.
Almost not, though, Arda. Again, we got to wait till the final zeros to hit the clock before we deem a period over. Nuke with a near chance at the end of the first to get himself on the board. Both players, though, failed to find the back of the net, and thus we are goalless after one. It is game two, of course, of the final. Young Gren giving himself a bit of a pep talk, trying to get himself some inspiration and maybe find a goal and end this thing in 2 games.
Second period underway. We are scoreless in game number 2. Gren with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series. Both gentlemen going to Las Vegas. Both of them will be able to compete for the right to call themselves the world champion in Season 2 of the NHL GWC. Laine has the puck for Gren. Laine behind the goal line. Kopitar brings it back into the neutral zone for Nuke. Nuke, often with a completely expressionless face. You could call him the Captain Holt of Chell. And just as I say that, he scores with Nathan MacKinnon, still expressionless, but takes the lead in this game.
Wow, what a play there. Finally found some open space. We really haven't had a lot of good opportunities from either side in this game. Nuclear able to get a little odd man rush, able to cut in, and of course with Nathan MacKinnon, he's able to snipe it, cuts over from left to right, and finds the top left corner.
So now let's see how Gren reacts and how Nuke can preserve this lead. Really, in this game, Nasher, it felt like young Gren was taking control, even though it didn't reflect that in the scoreboard. But now Nuke is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and it starts to mentally change you. You know, you don't know. Gren might think, hey, I have to start getting more aggressive. I have to change something. What I'm doing right now is not working. He had so much success in the first game. Everything was going his way. Now he's not quite getting the bounces, but here does come a 2-on-1.
That does not convert, however. The puck is still free, but Hischier will take it for Nuke. Here comes Taves. Hischier is trailing, but stopped by young Gren. Gren brings it back. Here's Pettersson. Pettersson to Oshie. Oshie shoots. A save there by Hellebuck. Hellebuck dishes it to Hischier. Here's Clefbaum. Back to Hischier. Hischier over to Barzal. Muscled off the puck. And now it's Gren. Gren back skating it into space to Hornquist. The shot is blocked. 11 to go in the second period. 1-0 Nuke, who has the puck in the offensive zone. Here's to Foley. To Martinez. To Zucker. To Martinez. To Barry. Martinez from the point. Pad save. Buchnevich chasing after it. He will get to it first. Young Gren loses it, however. Hellebuck covers up, but dishes it to Barry. Fourth line needing to come out for Gren. Here's Zucker. To Foley. Intercepted by Max Domi for Gren. Domi loses the puck. Nuke. Trying to pass it in his own zone. Henrique to Foley. Nice pass to Duclair. Duclair looking for the one-timer, doesn't quite get it. Vasilevsky makes the stop. Here's Tierney to Hagelin. Tierney again. Tierney looking to split the defense. Instead makes the pass at the flank. Gren looking to backskate it into the hash marks again with the Gren. Duclair doesn't get the pass. 4:40 left in the second period. Cizikas. And that will be a power play for Nuke.
Tell you what, bad turnover from young Gren there. Decided to go for a spin move in his own zone. Bounced away, and of course, that's going to lead to this penalty as he tries to get it out of the zone. Nuke with a golden opportunity here to go up to power play with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock here in the second.
2 minutes for tripping. Under penalty. 15 minutes, 53 seconds.
Young Gren mentioned in our interview yesterday that he practices a lot with an American regional finalist. In fact, second place in the GWC last year, Junior Pens. They've played 20 to 30 times together, and they go over fine-tuned details together. And if there's anyone to do that with from an analytics point of view, it's Junior Pens.
Oh, we know Junior Pens, one of the most analytical guys in the game. I don't know if young Gren is quite the same, but obviously some of it has rubbed off here on young Gren for this tourney. And of course, we'll be seeing Junior Pens later this week in the U.S. regionals as well.
We're back to even strength. The score is still 1-0 with under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Nice poke. There's a breakaway right here for Gren. Nice manual goalie to put Hellebuck into position by Nuke.
Yeah, really shut down the whole side there, but
there's a goal. No, it doesn't shut that.
Young Gren never gives up on the play. We've seen him do this 2 or 3 times so far in this tournament. Misses the open breakaway, but you know what? He's going to curl around, find the backdoor pass, and we've got a game.
You can't give young Gren any space. You can't give young Gren any time, because that's what will happen.
Well, Nuke didn't even have time to recover from the breakaway. He just manually controlled his goalie, made the save, and the puck bounces behind the net. Young Gren instantly takes it, curls around, and finds the backdoor pass. Well done play by young Gren.
So we have a tie game in game number 2 with 43 seconds to go.
Washington goal, scored by number 92, Gabriel Landeskog, assisted by number 8, Drew Downey. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 7
Gren looking for one more at the end of the period. The puck is still loose in front of the net, but the period will end tied at 1.
And could that be the turning point for young Gren to get himself a win in this game? Gren, as the Twitch community noticed, pulling a page out of Nuclear's playbook, no reaction after he scored. We haven't seen that at all from him in this game, but he knows now it's closing time. You know, we've achieved one of our goals, get to Vegas. Now it's time to get that semifinals berth and that $5,000 as well. Third period is now.
Yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's closing. Anyway, closing time. Maybe 3 people will get the reference. Third period underway. We are tied at 1. Gren and Nuclear, both of them going to Vegas. Gren looking to become champion with one more goal to break the deadlock. He is in the offensive zone behind the net, and that is a dangerous play that Nuke was able to escape. We have seen Gren score the biggest goals of his career with wraparounds like that.
That wraparound far side, very, very good goal in this game. It's hard to pull off, especially with these guys playing elite level defense, but with all the opportunities, here's another Nuke!
How about that? Nuke scores, and it's Barzal once again!
Barzal, the game changer. Every single game, he has come in huge for Nuke. How about that one? A backdoor feed, and Barzale's there for the 2-1 lead.
Hischier and Klingberg with the apples. Have a look at it one more time. Here's Hischier. A beauty pass, cross crease. Couldn't ask for a more textbook goal in NHL 19. And that will take the lead for Nuke with 16 minutes to go in the third period.
Assisted by number 13, Nico Hischier, and by number 3, John Klingberg. Time of the goal, 3 minutes.
But a pass here for Gren. Gren looking for the guy, scores! And just like that, we're tied.
Jeez, bounces back like it's nothing. One rush up the ice, one pass, and that is all Gren needs. Takes a sip of water, washes off in his hands, and he is now ready to go for this next one. We are all tied up.
We are building a perfect staircase with these goals. Back and forth, one for one, one for one. And all of them happen to be one-tees. One-timers, perfectly converted. The crowd goes wild. And we're right back where we started with 14 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third period. Gren looking for more. Landeskog has it. Nuke able to assume control. Here's Henrique. Gives it up to Gren. Nuke takes it back. And a delayed penalty call. And it'll be against Gren, and now Nuke will go on the power play.
Here we go. This is Nuke's time to shine. He's got some time to work with. So he'll have some open space. He's got to win this draw, set up a good play, and we'll see if he can get another one-timer like he has 2 already this game.
Spurgeon passes to Rantanen. Rantanen into the offensive zone. McKinnon. McKinnon scores! The snipe. Oh, young Gren's not happy about that one.
McKinnon is the sniper. He's got a goal already this game. There is another one. Every time McKinnon has open space in the middle of the slot, he's going to bury it. That one unassisted. Grabs a turnover from young Gren around the blue line, takes it in, and of course, he's going to bury it. What a shot.
And there it is one more time. Able to find the space, take the shot, back of the net. Gren not happy about that one. 11:44 left in the third. Nuke reassumes the lead. 3-2 is the score. Needs to win to force a game 3. Gren has Laine at the point. Sneaks through 2 defenders, now behind the net. Oh, he had the wraparound there.
It was there. Young Gren looking for that wraparound every single play, but how about this the other way?
Oh,
between the legs.
Oh my gosh. That was almost a repeat of what happened against Jafir, where he almost put the puck in his own net. The defender was trailing there and found the puck, and the open net was in front of him. That was a dangerous play again, and Nuke, another save by Vasilevsky. Oh my. Here's Domi for Gren. Buchnevich. To Dahlin at the point. Max Domi. The puck is in the air. And now Taves. 6 minutes to go in the third period. Nuke has a 1-goal lead. Gren loses the puck in the offensive zone, and back comes Nuke. Passes it to Spurgeon. Spurgeon now finds Martinez, but has to cycle back into the neutral zone. Back to Martinez, and his own blue line will bring it all the way to the offensive blue line. Nice pass to Rantanen. Still has it behind the net. 3:30 left in the third. Another penalty. Again for Nuke. And Nuke still with more man advantage opportunities here. Not able to touch the puck is Gren. Nuke still has it, and that might be a second penalty. We have to see here. It is a 2-minute 5-on-3.
My goodness, young Gren out loud voicing his frustrations. He could not get the puck. We heard him from it multiple times there. And ultimately, he's got to resort to poke checking in a bad spot there for a second penalty. We are now 5-on-3. We're getting a timeout here, freshening up the lines. This is a golden opportunity here for Nuclear to finish this game.
For the first game and a half, it felt like young Gren could run away with it. At any moment could score, could take control of the game. But this second half of this game has really been Nuke's game. And here, in a 5-on-3 opportunity here, but hold on a second. Young Gren creating some space here. Hang on a second. Young Gren leaves the puck for, oh my gosh, Crosby almost at the doorstep. Still has it though. And there's a minute left. He needs a goal, but he's down 2 men, and he has the shot again. Oh, Crosby, Hellebuck with the stop. He's creating chances on a 5-on-3.
Hey, that's the difference that Sidney Crosby can make. We talk about the importance of those big-name players, the McDavids, the Crosbys, the Ovies. Look right there, 5-on-3. He can take it with Crosby, and he's still got time to come back in this thing.
And by the way, Nuke was smiling there. Like, unbelievable. But here's a chance here. The dive doesn't work. Martinez scores, seals the deal. 44 seconds to go. Still has a power play intact. Heischer and Barzy with the apples.
What a smart play from Nuke there. He saw young Gren dive. Instead of forcing the pass, having it get caught up in the pads of that laying down defender. No, he's going to curl around, wait for that perfect play, and he buries it. This is all Nuke this game.
Well, as Nuke looking for more, Gren clearing the zone. Still has 22 seconds. Looks for that shot. Hellebuck makes the save. Dishes the puck. He might keep it here. No, he passes it off again. 13 seconds to go. Nuke has a chance in the offensive zone. He'll get bumped off the puck, and that's another penalty. And that'll about do it. Nuke will take game 2, and the Canadian Championship will be decided with one game.
Don't count Nuke out just yet, folks. We saw this last year, guys. We saw this last year. Brent in the finals could not get it done, Asher. Couldn't get it done in this game again. Chances were there, but Nuke, we see the goals all tournament long, more skill to produce some more magic.
And I think that ending kind of told the story of that game. Gren getting a little bit frustrated there with Nuke's offense just circling around. He couldn't get the puck from him. Ultimately resulted in a 5-on-3 where Nuke was able to just go to town and bury a couple there.
So if you're a young Gren, again, you've been in this position before. You've been to the pinnacle of this tournament before and it hadn't gone your way. What's going through your mind as you try to reset for game 3?
Yeah, I think what you're realizing is that Nuke is no joke. Certainly, I mean, obviously the fact that he qualified here, we all know this.
Of course.
But in playing against you, now you realize, well, look, he's getting the better of me in certain situations, and now I really have to maybe adjust my game plan a little bit, or maybe turn on the Jets in game number 3 because it's not going to be easy. We're at game number 3. The Canadian Championship, $5,000 is on the line. A guaranteed spot in the Final Four is on the line. I mean, this is a very important game.
Oh, absolutely. And I think Gren's getting a bit frustrated, too. He can't get that wraparound to work. We saw him try it 3-4 times in that game. Unfortunately, just a couple bad bounces, a couple off the pipe. Could have been a different outcome, but he's going to have to come back fighting in game 3.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from game 2 of our final series. It went the way of Nuclear, but not without Gren getting some chances of his own. Let's start here. It's a nice goal by Nuclear. Little fake, little decoy, little shot to the top corner there, and he's found himself up 1-0.
Absolutely, but, you know, young Gren's not going to give up early. He lets in 1 goal, but here he is coming around the net, finds the open back door. We see him just threading the needle on these passes, reactions from both him and his dad there when he tied the game at 1. But you know what? Nuke wasn't done there.
The thing with young Gren is that you've rarely ever seen him completely out of a game. So even if he's down 1, down 2, even down 3, you just always believe that he will have a chance to tie the game because that's how prolific he is. But in this game here, as you see, the tying goal right there. But Nuke has not been in that situation that we have seen. So for him to play tit for tat with Gren in this situation is extremely impressive. And really, a lot of the story here, Nasher, as well, was penalty trouble.
Oh, yeah, penalties are going to be huge, even going into this third game. These guys have kind of figured out how to play defense. Look at Nuke. Is that the first smile of the day? We're not counting the blinks. We're counting teeth right there.
Is that fake?
Wow.
That looked photoshopped to me. I don't know.
That's not real. That can't be real. Now it's real. I'm being told it's real. I'm being told, guys, that was a real smile by Nuclear.
That's not Michael Bay CGI. That's real.
No, that's, I know if we could do it here, I think. But no, that was certainly real. We heard him in his interview after he won his semifinal match. Hey, maybe now that, I'm going to Vegas, the pressure will be off a little bit more. I can have a little bit more fun. Well, yeah, he's doing it. Now he's a win away from actually being the highest seeded Canadian player going into that final with an automatic berth in the semifinal on the line. And why couldn't he win this one, Nasher?
Yeah, I mean, the pressure of this thing, $5,000 on the line, obviously a lot amount of money, but going all the way to Vegas, imagine going to Vegas, making the trip out there, just playing 2 games. That's what could happen if you don't win this third and final game right here.
The thing is that, imagine, like, young Gren could go to Vegas again, but not having won anything in GWC, right? To me, I think this is a much more important game for Gren than it is for Nuke.
Remember, when we talked to Gren as well, he said, hey, wouldn't surprise me if Nuclear ended up winning this all. I just don't know if he really believed what he was saying at the time. He certainly does now after taking, an L in that second game. We've seen this happen before. 2 games, 2 very different games. How do you think this third game will go, Arda?
Oh, this is going to...
It's tough, right? It's tough because these players are so close and so good.
Yep. Every time we try to make predictions, I feel like they fall by the wayside.
Get the coin out again.
I don't know.
Yep.
This is going to be tough. Okay, fine. Let's make a real prediction. I'm going to say that Nuke somehow pulls it off.
Okay.
I'll go Young Gren. Well, Give me a Young Gren 4-2 game.
We can guarantee you one thing. A final champion will be set after this game. Game 3. Nuclear, Young Gren, $5,000 at a semifinal berth on the line.
We have reached our final game at the Canadian Regional Finals here at the NHL GWC. Game number 3. One of these 2 individuals will be able to call themselves Canadian champion. Will it be Young Gren, the most decorated competitor in NHL video game history, or will it be the new fresh face on the scene, MGX Nuclear, representing British Columbia and Western competitors everywhere? Looking to get on the board early.
Big manual goalie from Young Gren. He hasn't done that a ton in this tournament, but he saw Nuclear cutting to the middle. Usually that one's going in top shelf. No, Young Gren cuts it off with the manual goalie.
Gren behind the net in his usual spot. Again, the 7th goalpost that Gren has hit in this tournament.
I think he has 3 times the amount of anyone else in this tourney. How about another and a big save from Hellebuck? He just can't get anything to go.
Gren has hit more goalposts in this tournament than some competitors have had total goals in the tournament. Face-off inside Nuke's zone. Gren wins, but Nuke assumes control. McAvoy will collect it for Gren. Up to Oshie, loses it. How much of a feather in the cap as Hischier has an opportunity here. Passes it to Clefbaum at the point. Back to Hischier down low. To Taves. Taves to Hischier. How much of a feather in the cap would it be for Nuke to defeat the guy in the Canadian Regional Finals that inspired him to play competitive Chell again?
Right, having not played in the last 2 years, this guy, he's on fire right now. He's playing at the top of his game, and he's playing the guy that really made him go out and buy NHL 19. He wanted a chance to be the best in Canada. He wanted a chance to win the GWC, and that's what he's got here. We are, just 2.5 periods away from one of these guys being crowned the champ of Canada.
It certainly would be a storybook ending for Nuke to be able to take that Canadian crown against young Gren. His inspiration to get back into competitive play. Gren said Nuke would be my pick to come out of the top bracket, and that's exactly what happened. Of course, Gren coming off of that monumental victory over Josh Fearless in one of the greatest series matchups we have ever seen in competitive Chell. Just over 7 minutes to go in the first period. Here's Lindell. Intercepted by Nuke. Henrique scores! Nuke gets on the board first.
Nuke with a beautiful play. We see his patience again and again. He finds the open guy. He's able to thread passes. How about a nice clap from mid-slot towards the blue line? Great shot from Nuke. And, of course, getting the first goal in this game, going to be a huge one. Nice goal.
Nuke opens the scoring. 1-0. 6:01 left in the first.
One thing I've noticed about Nuke, he's not scoring with his top line too often. We've seen that second line with Barzal obviously coming in huge for him. That goal there, first one of this game from Henrique, who's on his third line. This guy's all over the place. He can use any overall player at any moment and score a goal with him.
So Nuke, his top 7 picks, McKinnon, Kopitar, Ranton, and Ekman-Larsson, Taves, Klingberg, and 7th was Barzal. How many players went in that draft before Matt Barzal was picked, who you could say is very much his best player in this tournament?
Yeah, he very well could be considered the MVP of the entire tournament if he manages to pull off this win against young Gren. Countless goals, a 4-goal game, and of course getting the goals when he needs them most.
3 minutes left in the first. Nuke with the lead. Gren looking for that one-timer, can't find it.
Left in the first period.
40 seconds to go in the first. Gren up to Hornquist with seconds to spare. Maybe time for one more chance for Nuke. Big hit by Nuke in the offensive zone. 1-0.
1-0 Nuke is correct, and 2 periods away from a pretty unlikely final win in Canada. Canadian champ Nuke, maybe. Young Gren has some work to do. Down 1-0, tied 1-1. Puck drop, second period, right now.
This could be deja vu for young Gren. But hang on a second, Gren off to, oh boy, the one-hand tuck. Are you kidding me?
Wow, we have not seen a lot of those today. You're talking about young Gren, and hey, he's going to shut you up. How about that? A one-hander off the opening draw, just a mere 27 seconds into this period.
I can't let that happen to me. But it just did. Young Gren, unbelievable. Look at this one more time. Oh, my. Absolutely. Young Gren ties this game with authority. Tied at 1 early in the second period.
Scored by number 62, Carl Hagelin. Time of the goal, 27 seconds.
And here's Crosby. Gren looking for more. Gren to Aho. And that will be, he draws a penalty. It'll be a power play for Gren.
Crazy how quick the momentum can shift in games like this. Obviously, Nuke all the advantage going into the first intermission. But now young Gren, especially scoring an early one like that, and now getting a power play. There's another good opportunity, not able to go, though.
1 minute, 33 seconds.
Nuke up to Cizikas. Klingberg almost had some space there, a clear path to the net. Back comes Gren. Gren waiting. There's players to get onside. Here's Doughty. Doughty to Aho. And back skating his way into the hash marks.
That's his play. We saw him use that quite a bit last year. Very familiar. I thought I was having deja vu there myself. I thought that one was going in. But no, a lot of these good opportunities that Gren has had so far in this game, he's just not able to finish them.
Great defensive play there by Nuke. You could see him controlling a player right in front of the net to prevent that wraparound. Meanwhile, in the offensive zone now, what can Nuke conjure up here? They are tied at 1, 15:40 left in the second. A one-timer by Taves, and it finds its way to the back of the net. Taves will get credit for the goal, and it's 2-1.
Wow, that one a bit unfortunate for Gren. We've talked about his post today, 7 total posts. Well, that one a little bit unlucky as well. Hits off his goaltender, tries to make the desperation save, but ends up putting it into his own net, which we've seen him do twice today now.
Have a look at it again. There's Kopitar, and it just Vasilevsky spun to try and find the puck, but in the process, his back or his arm.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Well, there's the reaction he needed.
That's a fair reaction on a goal
Completely.
like that. I mean, it hits off Vasilevsky's back and goes in, but you know what? Younggren's not going to call it quits here. Only down 1, plenty of time left. See if he can make something happen here.
Behind the net, Nuke defending the wraparound very well. Here's Landeskog. Muscled off the puck, and Barry will collect it for Nuke. Here's Kopitar. Kopitar to Barry. Barry. Rantanen. Hornquist. To Buchnevich. To Hornquist. Misses the net, but the net is open. Oh, my God. That almost... we almost had another unlucky bounce goal. Henrique. Back skates to Zucker. Loses it, though, and I believe Max Domi will collect it first. Passes it to Lindell. Lindell to Laine. Laine to Aho. Aho behind the net. Crosby. To Aho! Couldn't quite get the one-timer to fire as he wanted.
You know, at this point, Younggren's just looking for anything. He's willing to throw pretty much every shot at net from any angle. Right now, pucks are just not bouncing in his favor. He's had a couple bounce off the post. He's had a good one-timer opportunity there that instead of going towards the net, flipped upwards because of a good poke by Nuclear. These things are just not adding up for him today.
Meanwhile, Nuclear behind the net, a save there by Vasilevsky. Intercepted by Nuke. Bjorkstrand. Here's Tierney. Some depth on the ice for Younggren. Not names we have seen often in this tournament. Played by Younggren, and again, just these errant bounces. What a wonky game right now. This game number 3, the puck is just bouncing in such wonky ways. Gren's still, that one time he's trying to set it up. Gren up behind the net, and he got stopped at the last second.
How about Nuclear right now? He knows Younggren is looking for that wraparound, but he's always got a guy standing in front of the net. That way he can pivot to either side. Whether he goes left, whether he goes right, whether he takes it to the point, Nuclear is prepared for whatever Younggren is bringing at him right now.
Here's Crosby. Crosby for Gren. Aho.
1 minute left.
Minute left in the second. Nuke with a 2-1 lead. McAvoy chasing after it. Laine to Crosby. Aho. Thought there might have been a shot there. Laine looks for the shot, and that's a cover-up.
Look of disgust on young Gren's face as he saw that one didn't go in. Lots of good opportunities, one-timers, one-handers. This guy's trying everything he can right now to put that puck into the back of the net. But Nuke's goaltending just too much right now.
What am I supposed to do, says young Gren as he gets stopped once again in front of goal. Nasher, what is Gren supposed to do? He's appeared away from dropping yet another final.
I mean, one of these has to go in, right? He's had so many good opportunities, a lot of one-timers across the middle. But right now, I mean, it's not to take away from the defense that Nuke's playing. Nuke not allowing any good opportunities, especially towards the middle of the ice and behind the net. Incredible defense and a bit of unlucky bounces for Gren. But how about another one-hander attempt?
He tried the one-hander again, just like the second period, how he got his first goal. Third period is underway. Nuke with a 2-1 lead in what could be the last period of the Canadian Regional Finals. Gren throwing the kitchen sink at Nuke, but nothing seems to be finding the back of the net, except for one highlight reel, one hand tuck, dangle, beauty of a goal. Hellebuck makes a windmill glove save. And Gren is not happy about it. .16:44 to go in the third. Face-off won by Gren. Dahlin behind the net to Pettersson. And that is offside. Face-offs are about even. A one face-off advantage for Gren. Lead pass by Nuke. A nice pass by Taves, but the manual goalie in position for Gren.
You could tell Nuclear wanted to go with the one-hander there. He saw that Gren manually controlled his goalie and thought, hey, there's no chance that's going in. He tried to go short side like young Gren allowed the goal versus Fearless, but no. And
then how about that? Oh my gosh, the insurance goal, Barzal again. Oh, how clutch has Barzal been for Nuke in this tournament. But hey, we've seen now 2 one-hand tucks in this game.
Wow, what a play. And that's not one you see very often. A 5-hole one-hander from Matty Barzal there. What a play. You know Nuclear is going to be happy with that one. He is now up by 2 with 13:35, and it looks like we're getting a timeout from young Gren.
What a turn of events here. Young Gren seemed to be in control for half of this series, but then Nuke able to tie the series with a spectacular half of Game 2, and now here in Game 3, taking a 3-1 lead with 13 minutes to go in the game. But Gren brings it to within 1 with Patrick Laine.
That's that aggressive play off the face-off. That one, Nuclear actually won the draw. Gren decided to step up with a big poke check. Puck goes to the corner. He's able to throw it to the front of the net. And what a beautiful play to bring it within 1 with Patrick Laine.
Have a look at it one more time. Behind the goal line, finds the 1T, down to 1 knee. The game is now down to 1 goal lead.
The importance of face-offs in this game. You can win the draw, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee you the puck. We've seen it many times in this tournament. Young Gren sprawling forward leads to a great opportunity, and now he's got 12 minutes left to work with to tie this thing up.
And through all of this, Nuke staying completely calm. We've seen one smile all series. Gren! Oh, I might have thought of doing the one-hand tuck right there as well. But Gren still has it. He misses the net on the shot.
That goes in every time, says young Gren. Not this time. Try to go for a one-hander. Great defense by Nuke. Gets an open chance in front. That doesn't go either.
And Nuke has a chance right here. He scores! Somehow, some way. Oh, my gosh.
How lucky can I get?
Nathan McKinnon, the sniper, and I saw another smile from Nuke on that one. He knows, hey, you know what? I might not have deserved that one. Bit of a lucky shot. Shot in 5-hole from way out. But Nathan McKinnon, the sniper, that's why he picked him for his team.
Gren's mind right now, after seeing that goal go in, after the shot that he had moments before not go in, is basically his story of this series.
How lucky can I get? Like, honestly.
Shaking his head, Nuclear, but again, the smile. He's happy. You know what? 2 goals, 8 minutes left. He'll take every lucky bounce, every lucky shot he can get. And there's
another one. 5-2, my gosh. Oh, Nuke is running away with it.
Barzal again. Are you kidding me? Nuke, everything he's thrown on net is going in. This is not over yet. There's still time for young Gren to come back, but right now, Nuke in the driver's seat, 5-2. How about Matty Barzal again?
Matt Barzal is having himself a tournament. Incredible. Incredible. 5-2 is your score. Nuke with a commanding lead with 7 minutes to go in the third period. Gren needs 3 goals. Heeshear to Clefbaum. Barry at the point. Taves. Doesn't find any outlet, but gets the puck back. No, it will be Gren instead. Trying for a lead pass. It finds its way to Oshie. To Darlene. Gren seems to be snake-bitten at this point. Hornquist. To Domi! Hold the phone! That's the caster's curse right there. As soon as you make any comment,
come on
Gren
now.
says, no.
Don't
you dare.
Gren. Don't count him out of this thing. All right, we got a game now. 5-3, young Gren down. A great finish there, and he pretty much had to get it done at that time. He's only got 3:25 left, and now he's got to start being more aggressive. We may see a couple penalties if he's not careful.
This one will go down to the wire. Wow. There's the goal again. And possibly a timeout.
Taking their time, got to regroup from this one. Obviously, a lot of action going back and forth. We almost mentally counted young Gren out of this game, but no. You know what? He's a fighter. He's going to fight back in this game. Still plenty of time left for him to bounce it back.
Face-off won by Nuke. 3 minutes to go in the game. Has a 2-goal lead. Gren needs 2 goals. Up to Trouba. Here comes Gren. Loses the puck in the neutral zone. Back comes Nuke. Gets pinned against the boards. And here comes Gren. Gren has a trailer. Nice pass to Lindell. Looks for Line A again. Can't find him. 1:20 to go in the third.
1 minute left in the third period.
The puck sails all the way back into Nuke's zone. 51 seconds to go. McKinnon. To Rantanen. A diving play. Great defensive play there. A delayed penalty, and it will be for Gren. Landeskog. Nuke touches the puck.
Here we go, 35.9 seconds on the clock, and young Gren going to the power play. If he's able to tie up here, get a good shot off the draw and make it, he'll have time to go in for one last rush. Let's see what he can do.
Loses the draw. Barry slap shots the puck out of the zone. 30 seconds to go. Here comes Gren. Landeskog to Oshie to Landeskog. Hellebuck will cover up the puck wisely.
The first time we've seen a cover all tournament, I feel. And, of course, Nuke with 4 guys around his net. He's not going to throw that one out and risk this tournament and the $5,000.
Face-off won by Nuke. Again, these timely face-off wins by Nuke. 13 seconds to go. Gren looking for any opportunity. The one-timer doesn't convert. Oh, my gosh. And with that, Nuke is your Canadian champion.
Nuclear is the champion of Canada. We spoke to him, guys. He said he would be disappointed in himself if he didn't make it to Vegas. Well, he's not only going to Sin City, he's going straight to the semi-finals as well. Down 1-0 in the best of 3. Final wins games 2 and 3 to earn himself top spot from this regional at least. Straight to Vegas. Now we have 4 of 6 ready to go in Vegas. Eki and Hanselino from the European Regional. Nuclear and Young Gren from your Canadian Regional. Let's go straight to the highlights for Game 3 because, guys, we didn't know what to expect, and it was Nuclear coming out with his lethal shot and getting it done, Nasher.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff from Nuclear. We've seen his creativity, we've seen his patience, and he pulled it off in the biggest game of NHL of his life.
You're absolutely right about that. And if you were to ask Young Gren, I would say that maybe he felt a little unlucky in this game. You could see the reactions, a lot of his shots. That was just a pretty goal to get back into it. Thumbs up from Dad. Didn't go his way in this one. He might say he's a little unlucky in this one. The puck didn't bounce his way necessarily. That one was a little rough. He hit the post several times. Nuclear got some shots that normally might not go in against Gren in different circumstances. But at the end of the day, you can't take away from this accomplishment. Nuke deserved to win.
And look at Nuke. That was the goal. 3-1. Matty Barzal with the one-hander 5-hole. That's a game-changing goal. Young Gren, though, not done yet. Started to fight back. But, of course, at the end, Nuclear able to finish it up.
Got to give a round of applause for Vancouver, British Columbia's own. That goal sealed the deal right there. And finally, a smile. We got one. We finally got one. A show of respect, Faisal. But in the end, West Coast, stand up.
West Coast, Best Coast, have an advantage on June 18th in Vegas as well. No time zone difference coming from Vancouver. It's a lot of positives for Nuclear, who obviously won this very positively as well. Tough first-round matchup against Sitful. Got through that in overtime of Game 3 just to get to the semifinals and won this, and now he is, guys, the champion, well represented as well. He deserves to be there, given what we've seen from him today.
Oh, absolutely. Both of these guys, they put on a show for us today, I gotta say. We were thoroughly entertained for the duration of this entire show. Obviously, Nuclear playing some of the best NHL 19. I don't know what he expected going to this tournament as the unknown guy, kind of the underdog, underrated. He showed he's not underrated. He's right where he deserves to be right now going into Las Vegas.
I got to say that Gren mentioned in the interviews yesterday that a possible matchup against Josh Fearless would in a way be his final.
Sure.
Not to say that it takes away from anything that happened in the actual final, but I think Gren still feels like a winner here today as well.
Of course, because he is going to Vegas, not as the top seed. That goes to Nuclear. He is standing by with our Carly Johnston in the Honda Road to the finals area.
That's right. I'm here with the Canadian Regional Champion, Nuclear, which is really an exciting thing to say because you came in as kind of the unknown player, the underdog, if you will. So how incredible is it to be standing here saying that you're the regional champion in Canada?
I've had a lot of doubters, and just to be here, it feels great. But to be honest, I wasn't satisfied with my performance in Game 3. I think Gren should have taken it, but nevertheless, I'm still happy that I won that.
So you brought up your last opponent, Young Gren, someone who you said was completely underrated. How does it feel? Does it make this victory that much sweeter that you beat out the tournament favorite?
It means a lot. I respect Gren. He gave me my toughest challenge for sure. I think that the fact that he acknowledges me as a competitor when other people haven't, that makes me feel good.
All right, so Las Vegas in under a month for the finals. Who are you going to bring?
Well, I was going to bring my parents and my sister for sure. I think they'll enjoy that experience.
Love it. Not only are you going to the finals, but it sounds like you're going to have a family vacation too. Guys, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Carly. Again, it was Nuclear saying he wants to win this, not for him, for his parents as well. That money will go to them for all they have done for him. And now he is the champion. 4 of 6 players are set. You can see who joins these guys in Vegas next, live from the U.S. Regional Finals in New York on Thursday. Mark your calendars for June 18th as well. Las Vegas, Nevada is the place where someone will be crowned the 2019 NHL Gaming World Champion, take home $50 grand. Arda, final thoughts from today.
I gotta say, this has been one of the greatest afternoons of Chell that we have ever seen. We saw drama high and low. I'm spent. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it because, like, that, what a show.
Oh, absolutely. And obviously going forward to the U.S., going to be equally as exciting there. We have a lot of fun, exciting guys there. It's going to be a blast. Looking forward to it.
It has been a fun and exciting day here as well. Congratulations to the 2 heading to Vegas. MGX Nuclear, young Gren representing Canada against the world on June 18th in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was a day of highs. It was a day of lows. It was a day of some really good NHL 19 and 2 really good players going to rep this country in Sin City. For Arda Ocal, for Nasher, I am Faisal Kamisa. Up next, it is New York, then the final from Las Vegas, Nevada.